All right, so in this video, I wanted to talk about the wish list. So the wish list is a new feature within the game that they added with the recent update. So if you go over to your shop and where you would purchase your epic chests and just unlock them, you'll notice on the left side of the screen you have a wish list. So how the wish list works is you can select up to 8 S-tier legendary items, and if you hit the info right here, it just explains that the probability of these 8 selected items is doubled, and then everything else is going to be adjusted accordingly. So this doesn't affect your overall drop rate. So if I have like a 3.5% chance on a pull to get a piece of S-tier legendary gear, that doesn't change. But what that S-tier legendary gear will be adjusted, and this is just nice because you can see there's 24 different pieces of S-tier legendary equipment. The 8 you put up here, so if you have a 1 out of 24 chance to usually get each one of these individual S-tier legendary pieces of equipment, if your pull ends up being S-tier and legendary, it just doubles the chance for these 8, and then anything you don't select will be a lot less common to get. But this is just kind of nice because there are certain pieces of equipment that can be very good to get. As far as which ones are the best, that is kind of up to you, to depending on what you already have. In general, these 4 on the left side are very good. That Dominator weapon and armor, as well as the Nyx helmet and accessory. And then for the right side, I have it set to death right now. Really, especially if you're higher in the game, the new Thor set's probably the way to go, just because there are a lot of those pieces of equipment that are very strong. But the death set's also a really good one set to get as well, just because it can be worked in with a lot of just other pieces of equipment. But this is a nice way to prioritize which ones you can get. You can actually change this every 2 hours. So if I didn't, say I already had a mythic S-tier death armor, then I could go and switch it for like the Thor armor. Note, you do have to have 8 selected, so you can't just leave 5 and be like, I only want these 5. The exception being you can just not select anything and save it, and then you have a 2-hour cooldown before you can reselect stuff, or just in between changes you have a 2-hour cooldown every time. And so, I mean, that's not that big of an issue, just because you're not going to be pulling and changing super frequently, but it's just nice because it can help you prioritize pieces of equipment that you might not just have been traditionally able to get. But thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions.